Dr. Harding, you've quoted Aimé Césaire. The work of humankind has just begun. What does this mean to you?
Here again, my friend, is another example of those who were pushed down in an attempt to dominate and subjugate and dehumanize, are lifting up the meaning of humanity. As you may know, Césaire was one of the great poets coming out of the French colonial experience in the Caribbean, Martinique in his particular case. And he was encouraging us to keep working at the task of becoming profoundly human. Here he was, a so-called colonial subject of one of the world's most famous humanistic countries, France. And it was from his lips and that of many others like him in that colonial empire that the call was, we have work to do on building the human community. We have work to do still on learning what it means to be human, and learning how to relate to each other, and learning how to value each other, and learning how to support and build each other, not to subjugate each other, but to nurture each other, and to be willing to be nurtured by the other. And that's what he was talking about, that the work of creating a more just and compassionate world was still the work that we need to do. He wrote before the time of our struggle for a more sustainable universe, but had he been here, he would have known that that was part of our work as well. The work of humankind must include the work of acting in grateful, loving ways towards a planet which has sustained us for all of these generations. That work, the work of loving the planet, is still to be done. And I think that it was so good what the last part of his statement in his poem, let us rendezvous at the height of history, or something like that. But the important thing for me was that he was calling for a rendezvous, for us as human beings to meet together, to carry on our work, to understand our work, to design our work, to find out what love means. And I've always treasured that vision, that as long as human beings exist, there is work for human beings to do. And it is not to destroy each other. It is not to destroy our planet. It is not to become the richest beings in the world, unless you count riches as that which comes from the deepest parts of our being, the work of humankind, still to be done.